Hi, welcome to Eating Healthy, a fun and delicious look at preparing fresh greens and herbs grown locally at Second Chances Farms. My name is KaLief, and I'm excited to introduce our very special guest, Chef Craig Lewis from the Westin Hotel. Today he's going to show us how to make an olive oil poached salmon salad. But first, I'd like to give our thanks to the warehouse for letting us use their amazing kitchen. And of course, all of the fresh greens and herbs are grown hydroponically and locally at Second Chances Farms. So hi, Chef Craig. Thanks so much for being with us today. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're making for us today?
Yes, today we're doing a poached salmon salad. So I wanted to do something very healthy, very hearty, and teach a couple techniques involved in doing it. First, we're going to start off with the poaching of the salmon.
This is a beautiful salmon.
Yeah, so we have some nice fatty salmon here and a pot full of olive oil. I'm gonna start it cold. I'm putting it on medium heat. I'm gonna place my salmon in the olive oil.
And is there a reason why you started cold?
I like it to cook the salmon very gently. It's a traditional conserving method, poaching in olive oil, and then you can store it in your fridge and pull it out, kind of similar to canned tuna at the end of the day. So I like to start it really slow so it's delicate. I'm going to put some salt, some pepper, a little bit of dill from Second Chances Farm, freshly picked today. Very nice. And then I'm also going to put some oregano. I'm going to add some very bright flavors in there.
One of the best things about working in that farm, you walk in, you smell the oregano immediately.
All the delicious smells.
Herbs.
So that's going to go. We're going to keep an eye on it. Again, it's on medium heat. Probably going to take about 5 or 6 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to get our oven heated up to 350 degrees, and we're going to put in roasted almonds, and we're also going to roast asparagus. Could you grab me the tray and the almonds, please? Right now, I'm just cutting off the tough tips of the asparagus. So I just chop off the bottom. It's really woody. You don't want to eat that. Please, that's perfect. I'm going to lay my asparagus out. A little bit of olive oil.
Is there any particular olive oil you recommend?
This is extra virgin olive oil. There's a grade of Italian olive oil is very traditional, but there's California offers some great olive oil, and then there's also Greece and Spain that are honorable mentions as well. So I'm going to pop this in the oven again. This is going for 5 minutes at 350 degrees. I'm going to do the same thing. These are Marcana almonds. You can use sliced almonds, skin-on almonds. Any type of almonds will do. I prefer Marcana almonds. They're very rich and fatty. So do that again. The same. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil.
Now, what does the olive oil do to the almonds?
Some salt and pepper. It helps it. It'll help it brown up and help release some of its own oil. So they'll come out nice and toasted and delicious. It really brings a depth of flavor. So that's great that these are already super clean. Again, I'm going to pop off. I want to leave on this tatsoi. I want to leave a little bit of this crispy stem. But not all of it. If I was sauteing it, I would certainly use these crispy stems. These are super delicious, similar to like kind of a bok choy crunch. So these certainly won't get thrown away, but they're not going to go in our salad today. I'm just going to run my knife through the tatsoi. Right here is some mustard greens. So these are super spicy, very peppery, absolutely delicious. Going to go fantastic with our Dijon honey mustard dressing. Put them in. Again, these are small enough to where you can just pop them right in. And then I said hearty, healthy, and delicious. So not only we have roasted asparagus, the fatty almonds, but these are broccoli leaves, and they are almost similar to kale with more of a broccoli flavor. They have a great texture. super hearty. Again, you can saute these with garlic and pepper flakes and do it that way. Today we're going to use them raw. I think it adds a great earthiness to your salad. I'm going to run my knife through these again. Again, you don't want to use the stems on these broccolis for the salad, but these would be fine sauteed up. So my oil started to simmer a bit. I'm just moving it around to make sure nothing sticks. It's looking great right now. You see it change in color a bit. It's turning a nice light pink instead of that pinkish red. I'm going to flip over some of the pieces. And again, this nice, it's just barely bubbling and gently cooking your salmon. You're getting all those infused herbs and flavors in there. Gonna make for a really delicious salad.
Smells good.
All right.
How long have you been a chef at the Westin?
I just recently started a couple months ago, and you know, we're back up open for dinner, and we're doing some great farm fresh, farm inspired dishes. You know, we got salads and crab cakes and all sorts of yeah, some Korean fried chicken, all sorts of delicious stuff down there on the waterfront. Good. I'm going to turn this down. This is starting to get there. So I'm just going to let that hang out, and we are going to make our vinaigrette. So vinaigrettes are very simple to make. You can make them with all sorts of different vinegars, all sorts of different oils, with all sorts of different flavors. Today we're doing a Dijon mustard, which I'm going to put a little bit of chopped garlic.
I like vinaigrette. This is what I used to watch Mark and me.
We got vinaigrette. We have some Dijon mustard.
These one too.
That should be alright.
These.
Please. Yeah, dump the honey on in there.
Oh, this is honey.
Yeah, so we're doing Dijon mustard, chopped garlic, some honey.
And do I empty this?
You empty that all the way. I'm going to drop some salt and pepper in there. Some chopped parsley. And any chance I get to use fresh second chance herbs, I'm popping it in here. So it's going to make our dressing nice, bright green. Our salad look beautiful. Two more ingredients.
You can really smell it now too.
Starting to come out. This is champagne vinegar. Again, you can use red wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, any vinegar of your choosing.
Champagne vinegar, is just name champagne, or does it?
It's a different type of grape. So
okay.
whatever type of grape they make it with, they'll have a different name. It'll have a different color, different acidity level, and different flavor profile.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Yeah. So this is just our base here, and then we're gonna take our olive oil. If you could hold on to that bowl for me. And I'm just going to slowly drizzle this in. So you want to slowly drizzle the olive oil so your dressing doesn't break. You're making an emulsion, and whether you're using mustard or like in Caesar salad, you use egg. This is how you hold together all your dressing, so it's pretty much an acid, a binder, and fat. So they are fat olive oil, and it's going to finish off our honey Dijon dressing.
Smells good too. Is salmon one of your favorite things to make?
I do. I love any sort of fresh fish, and right now the salmon's good in our area with what our providers are bringing in. But anything that's fresh, I enjoy cooking. And there we go.
Can I show this to the audience?
Yes, you can.
Can you see that? You see the color on there? And those you said don't waste because you can use them for.
These we can certainly use. You can saute those sharp ends. My wife even juices all those greens and puts it in with all of our leftovers, fruit and vegetables, and it's a great way not to waste it. It's super healthy. It tastes good. It's nice and fresh. So there's definitely lots of uses for that. And if not, compost it. There's plenty of programs that's kind of great to have everything come full circle. All right, so I'm going to turn this off. There we go in the center. Fancy.
Asparagus should be ready.
Our asparagus and our almonds should be done. So again, these almonds turned out so nice and toasty. They're going to have a much nuttier flavor. So all the fats came out of there. They're just a much more delicious product. I have some chopped up piquillo peppers, and piquillo peppers are, you can use Italian roasted red peppers. These are just more Spanish style small pepper. They're fire roasted, they're peeled.
Now, how do you say the name?
Piquillo.
Piquillo.
Yeah, P-I-Q-U-I-L-L-O. Piquillo.
Piquillo.
Yeah, so it's just a sweet fire roasted pepper. Gonna sprinkle them in there. It's gonna
add that color to it.
Make everything pop. I have our asparagus, nice and roasted, green and hearty. Just gonna throw it in there and chop it up.
Now you use all of the asparagus, the top and the bottom?
I use the top and the bottom because when we were prepping it, we cut off the woody spot. So after roasted, all these are delicious and edible. Yep. I'm gonna put a little bit in here. The asparagus are fine to be at room temperature. None of this has to be hot, hot, hot. If you prefer it cold and it's leftovers from the night before, you can have it cold. I like it at room temperature. The asparagus, the almonds out of the oven, let them sit for a minute. Same with the salmon. The salmon's going to be warm. You could pop it out of your fridge, pull it out of the oil, and you could eat it cool also. So it's really depending on preference. Again, I like everything about room temperature. It doesn't wilt your lettuce. It feels like a full meal. Very delicious.
Seems like a good way to get the kids to eat the salmon too. I mean the salad. I have a hard time getting them to eat salad, but I think if I tell them it's salmon and nuts in there, they might go with it.
They say okay. So we're gonna drizzle our honey Dijon dressing in here. Toss it up.
And you toss it while it's in the bowl, not just pour it on like.
Like to toss it in the bowl to get everything all coated and covered in that delicious dressing, so it's dressed just right. And then
looks good.
Take some of this.
Thought I was going to gain a lot of weight, but it's a salad, so I should be good to eat a good portion of it.
That's true. Again, we wanted to utilize these herbs and keep them nice and healthy. Provide a hearty meal, and again, it doesn't have to be tough. It doesn't have to have a lot of high-end techniques. This is a fantastic salad that took us about 15 minutes to put together. So, right now, last but not least, we're going to place our salmon on top.
I have a question, Seth, because you hear people say all the time, is it salmon or salmon? Because I had an argument with a guy about this one time.
I think it depends on how you say it. Personally, I say salmon, but you know,
tomato-ish.
That is true. So again, here's the completed salmon. It's still in its beautiful chunks, nice and pink and cooked. I'm just gonna drain a little bit of that oil and put our beautiful pieces of salmon on top of the salad.
Now, do you want to take the dill with it, or do you want to leave the dill?
If you get a little bit of oil or a little bit of herbs that come off on your salmon, then it's gonna be delicious and tasty. You know, I prefer a little bit of that deliciousness on there. So there you go. Well, if you want an extra little pop of flavor here, we're gonna put some of that delicious fresh dill on top.
Dill is used for more than just pickles, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, dill and salmon, dill salmon and cream cheese, kind of classic European breakfast. There we go.
Okay. I'm going to try this here. I have to get the salmon and nuts. Get it all. That's spectacular. Well, thanks again, Chef Craig, for coming out with us today, for cooking for us today. And if you have any questions about today's recipe, just write them in the comment section below. And also click and subscribe below and ring the bell so that you don't miss a single episode of Eating Healthy on behalf of Second Chances Farms, In the Warehouse, and Chef Craig Lewis. We'd like to say goodbye, but we'll see you next time.